Spoiler warning. This video contains spoilers for Manga Chapter 8 of Dragon Ball Super, so if you haven't read or seen that and you're waiting for the anime to catch up, then thanks for clicking, but this video probably isn't going to be for you. Goku vs Butama has been our first real taste of the Inter-Universe Tenkaichi Budokai, or tournament, and has left everybody in suspense, confusion, anger, and curiosity, to be fair. We learned so much in the latest manga chapter about the way the Dragon Ball universe works, the history of the Saiyans, not only of Universe 6 but of Universe 7 as well. And we've basically been ditched in the desert with our pants around our ankles, and we want to know what happens. Not to us in the desert, but, you know. So in Chapter 8, we explored much about the Saiyans, and a slight bond between Cabba and Vegeta was immediately formed. And with this in mind, I want to talk about some of the things we could be looking forward to in a potential Vegeta vs Cabba fight. So to start off, I mean, we already know just how legendary the Super Saiyan form was when we started Dragon Ball Z, and until later explored on Earth, the mystical power was seldom seen on planet Vegeta. Who knows, maybe the form was 100% completely elusive to planet Vegeta, and instead the tales have travelled with the Saiyan race from planet Salad. With that in mind, knowing the limits of Goku and Vegeta had to push themselves to even taste the legendary form, we're yet to see if the Saiyans of Universe 6 have unlocked this transformation for themselves. But bearing in mind that they've evolved past the need of tails, which is interestingly worded, we can assume they don't transform into Uzarus. Or do they? Technically speaking, if a creature generally evolves past the need of something, it's because they learn to do whatever that particular body part did without its use. So do they transform into Uzarus without the tails? Or have they just become so powerful there's no need to even transform? Was that because they unlocked the Super Saiyan transformation, or was it something else? These are things that we're going to have to explore later on and hopefully get the answers to in the manga or in the anime. Really, to be honest, whichever one works with me. When we see Goku transform into a Super Saiyan God for the first time, it introduces us to the ritual needed to create this form. For this ritual we need 5 pure-hearted Saiyans to channel their ki, the ritual, and possibly even quote-unquote their hearts into a 6th Saiyan. During the manga chapter, it's made apparent that the Saiyans of Universe 6 are all pure-hearted, not planet sharks. This would make the God ritual incredibly attainable. With that in mind, I think there's a very good chance we could see Goku and Vegeta in their Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue forms, taking on Cabba as a Super Saiyan God, as in the red form. This would be a great spectacle to see, considering Goku had ever only had one fight in his regular Super Saiyan God form, and it would be very interesting to see them bring it back, which would create more marketing for the red form. After all, in Dragon Ball, it's actually very rare we see a transformation like that only once. But it's even rarer that we see a transformation that has come out before a newer transformation be utilised again. If the Super Saiyan form is unheard of in Universe 6, it's very possible they don't have an ability to access the blue form, as it's hinted that it's a regular Super Saiyan form with God Ki, as obviously we see Goku and Vegeta in a cloudy dimension trying to learn how to control their ki to not let it expel, and we can assume that that's the reason they become blue instead of when Goku got regular Super Saiyan form after his first God transformation. This would also make a perfect design sense as to why Toriyama designed the Super Saiyan God form to look like Goku in his base form. Obviously with that I mean his hair. I find it weird how he'd go back to doing the very original one unless it was because he was trying to make a difference between that and the Super Saiyan version of that form. If we were to get a Vegeta vs Cabba fight, I would be surprised to see Cabba defeat Vegeta. If Cabba had been portrayed as this badass with no remorse and not being pure-hearted, I could see it going either way. But honestly, if these two mess, I actually see Vegeta going over the top or getting the win. But to see how it plays out, I mean, starting off in their base forms, watching Vegeta and Cabba have a close combat, evenly paced match would be great to see. Then when Cabba reveals he has a trick, Vegeta laughs and reveals he has one too. And in Vegeta's cocky manner insists Cabba goes first, Cabba transforms into his Super Saiyan God form and Vegeta smirks, as he has a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form up his sleeve. Cabba would be very surprised, but having only this form to utilise and none of the other SSJ power-ups in between, it would be interesting to see the red form being trained up. Or this scenario is just as likely in Vegeta manner. Now I know a lot of these scenarios kind of hint more at the way he was during the Cell arc, but to be perfectly honest with you, Vegeta is still the same guy he was then, he's just not as much of a bastard. And I can see if he thinks that it's going to be that easy to win, he'd be more likely to do something like this. So bear with me and work with me here. We could see a couple of opponents eliminated so easily that when Vegeta realises that Cabba can't transform at all, Vegeta encourages Cabba to get any Saiyan friends he's got from Universe 6 in the crowd and grants them access to transform him using the ritual. Vegeta and Cabba fight to test his abilities and he still gets the win, so Vegeta's bravado wouldn't actually cost him a match this time. Who knows? That aside, it would be a magical fight to see with the Super Saiyan God versus the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Imagine the colour in that fight, it'd be like staring into a red and blue slush puppy machine at the movies. Or, or the real purple comet. Eat your heart out, Jason Burter. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe to start training on World King Kanji's planet. I'll catch you all in the next video. See you later guys.